Semantics are how machines understand content connections and relationships. You might know them simply as tags or taxonomy. There's a lot of different words for semantics, but it's a big topic, and it offers many, many benefits beyond just omnichannel publishing. All right, let's jump in. When we become aware of structure, we can begin to describe the relationships among the various elements. We can see how some elements, like headings, containers, bullets, parts of a set or list, all of those are part of the content we can see. These different groupings or relationships can be described in more or less a consistent way that we call a content model. Content models can also include metadata and the invisible parts of content. Once we have a content model, we can express the structure of content in a way that's comprehensible to systems and to the processes that humans use. But structure alone isn't a complete solution. We need semantics in order to contextualize the information and make it more useful to end users. And in addition, we want to use in that taxonomy the casual terminology that a user may be used to and is more familiar with. These terms will later be mapped together to provide a complete solution. But it's key to recognize that this terminology has to be created and maintained in a way where we create these semantic relationships between what a user recognizes as a symptom, for example, and what an expert can then recommend. In this case, medical providers would map these terms together so that something like a cold, which a user searches for, can be correctly associated with, for example, rhinovirus, so that the system can provide more accurate recommendations. And through the use of chatbots and other systems, various options and paths are provided to customers so that they can be seen and understood. And that way, the visitors, the users, can understand progress towards a solution by recognizing conditions and remedies, how they relate to their own understanding of those concepts, and to the recommendations being made by the provider.
There's a disconnect that happens when our customers can't find what they're looking for. But sometimes our customers have no idea what they're looking for. They're browsing. They know that there's a set of broad needs that they have, that they've internalized, but they're not searching. So they're needing to discover content in different ways. And this is where we need to understand their intent. So there's two different kinds of taxonomies that we look at for improving customer journeys with taxonomies. And this gets to the heart of what is in that core semantic model that we help our clients to build. Well, first and foremost, it's looking at the journey as a way to accomplish business objectives, that accomplish customer objectives, that accomplish some of the individual journey objectives. And we look at, within that journey, what are the intents that are happening there, and what are the objects or the topics being dealt with. So when we start at a journey level, we're really able to understand customer experience holistically, pull the pieces and parts together that they might need to see. Because sometimes when you log into your customer portal, you don't need to just see support. You might also want to see things that you can buy that are related to it. So you might really have marketing content as well as support content working together side by side. And many of our clients in the software industry especially find that it's very valuable within support experiences to answer problems with potential matching products, or sometimes with potential thought leadership articles or other assets that create stickiness and depth and authority. So all of those things need to be tagged with the appropriate intent and the appropriate topics.
Leading organizations are absolutely serious about semantics. They're using taxonomies and thesauri, and starting to use more ontologies and knowledge graphs to categorize and define all the relationships between the disparate information. A semantic model is essential to bring all of those terms together into a single system of record, a single environment for understanding. That environment of understanding is what we use to connect with our content modules, where they live in all of our systems, and the customer data or context, whether that's an intent taxonomy or whether that's a taxonomy of terms that the customer is searching for, or whether that's a taxonomy helping to govern how a customer is moving through their life cycle with an organization, what stage they're in, what profile they're coming from. There's a lot of different kinds of semantics in an organization, what product line they're interested in, how everything relates to a product line in a diverse environment of variables like location and geography and culture. So all of that semantics, all of those semantic definitions needs to be collected into a single shared system. And it is this pattern across taxonomies and tagging systems, thesauri, terminology management, standardized vocabularies, all of that that forms the basis of a shared semantic fabric for an organization. And semantics then can express itself in all kinds of modular representations or tags for the content and the customer context. And that's the foundation of intelligent customer experiences. In other words, semantics expresses itself in all of these component-based reusable tags that are added to the content by humans and machines. So the pattern is sharing semantics and getting that applied to the content. Many systems support semantics. In fact, I'd say most systems have a way to categorize or tag content. That's not novel. And if it is, you need to look at that system again, because tagging is really something happening in all omnichannel programs in some ways. Semantics themselves are table stakes, and it's through the semantic patterns that we end up with the ability to create connections across systems, departments, channels, and aspects of the customer experience.
Thanks for watching. Now, let's take the next step. Our words and our actions shape the future of knowledge. So take these thoughts off the screen and get it into motion. Share this video with others and begin the conversations that transform our way of thinking and approaching content together. Like and subscribe for new episodes, and check out the other videos in the series. Be sure to view the description and comments below for links to related resources. And join us for the next episode as we all take one step at a time towards a smarter world.